Have you ever felt like you wanted to travel, but in a way that gets you, truly connected to nature? Well, today, we're diving into the amazing world of eco-tours, and we're going to focus on how they can totally open up the fascinating lives of wild birds. Let's get right into it.
So when I say the word eco-tour, what pops into your head? You're probably thinking something like eco-friendly travel, right? And hey, you're not wrong, but that's really just scratching the surface. It goes so much deeper. We're about to unpack what makes these journeys so special.
All right, first up, a deeper kind of travel. Because really, an eco-tour isn't just about seeing the sights. It's about feeling a real connection.
Think about it like this. A lot of traditional tourism is kind of like looking at a pretty postcard. An eco-tour, on the other hand, is about stepping inside that postcard. When you have a guide, you start to see all the hidden details, the names of the plants, the way the animals behave, and how it all weaves together with the local culture and history. You're not just a tourist passing through, you're actually helping to uncover the story of the land. So that brings us to our next section. What exactly is an eco-tour? Let's break down the core ideas that really define it.
At its heart, ecotourism really stands on three powerful pillars. First, it's about travel that actively helps protect the natural environment you're visiting. Second, it's designed to directly support the local people and their economy. And third, it's meant to be a genuinely educational and enriching experience for you, the traveler. It's a win-win-win.
And these benefits, they create this amazing positive cycle. See, when you go on an eco-tour, you're not just trying to minimize your footprint. Your money is actually going directly to local guides and conservation projects. This gives the community a real, powerful reason to protect their natural heritage. Plus, with those expert guides, you gain a kind of knowledge you could just never get from a book. It completely changes the way you see the world.
So really, it all boils down to this fundamental idea. So much of travel can be about consumption, consuming views, consuming experiences. Ecotourism is different. It's about coexistence. It's about remembering that we're part of this huge ecosystem and traveling in a way that respects and supports it.
Now for the really fun part, the magic of birdwatching. So what do all these ideas actually look like in practice? Well, let's explore one of the most popular ecotour experiences out there, connecting with nature by watching birds.
Just let this number sink in for a minute. 600. That's how many bird species have been confirmed in Japan alone. I mean, we're talking about a country that's smaller than the state of California. It's just a staggering amount of diversity, from birds that live there all year to others that are just passing through on these epic global journeys.
And that diversity, it changes like crazy with the seasons. You've got your resident birds, sure, but then you have migratory birds that totally mark the passage of time. In spring, you might hear the famous song of the Japanese bush warbler. In summer, the cuckoos call echoes through the mountains. Autumn brings all these amazing shorebirds like sandpipers, and winter is greeted by these majestic swans arriving. Every single season has a completely different cast of characters.
And that, right there, is the real thrill of birdwatching. It's all about chance. You just never know what you're going to see. It's that unpredictability, that pure moment of surprise when a guide points to a branch and suddenly you see a hidden bird. That's what makes the discovery feel so personal and so rewarding. Every single trip is a one-of-a-kind adventure. This quote just perfectly captures that profound feeling. Just imagine it. You're looking at a tiny little bird in a wetland, and your guide leans over and explains that it has flown thousands of kilometers to get there. It's just resting before continuing its incredible journey. In that one moment, you feel it. The immense scale of our planet and this breathtaking interconnected story of life that's happening all around us all the time. It's incredible.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds amazing. How do I get started? Well, let's talk about it. Section 4. Your journey begins.
It all starts with a super simple code of respect. First, keep a safe distance. I mean, that's what binoculars are for, right? Getting too close can really stress out the birds. Second, just be quiet and observant. Loud noises can scare them off, especially when they're nesting. And finally, the golden rule. Leave no trace. Whatever you bring in with you, you bring it out. Simple as that.
And here is the absolute best part. You do not have to be an expert to get started. Not at all. Most of these tours are actually designed with beginners in mind. The guides are there because they love this stuff, and they want to share that passion and knowledge with you. It makes the whole thing super accessible and fun, no matter how much you know.
So, we'll end with this thought. Ecotours aren't just about seeing new places. They're about discovering new stories. Stories about nature, about different communities, and honestly, stories about yourself. So the only question left is, on your journey, what story will you discover?